So today we are with a new essay. The name of this essay is Patriotism Beyond Politics and Religion. Patriotism Beyond Politics and Religion, and this essay has been written by Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam. This essay is a very inspiring essay, very motivational essay, and in this essay Dr. Kalam, he inspires to, or we can say that he motivates, he gives an inspiration to all Indians, to rise to their greatness and make India as a strong nation, that we all have to try our best to make our country, to make India as a strong nation. So this essay, when it starts, it is started with the quotation or with the best lines of Swami Vivekananda. And Dr. Abdul Kalam, how he starts this essay, what he says, I do not care. Swami Vivekananda, according to Swami Vivekananda, I do not care for liberation. I would rather go to 100,000 hells. I would rather go to 100,000 hells doing good to others. Doing good to others silently, in silence, like the spring. This is my religion. So it is said by Swami Vivekananda that this is my religion, to do good to others but in silence, and for that I would not hesitate even to go to hell 1,000 times. So now with these lines Dr. Abdul Kalam, he starts this essay, and now just look at the prose style of Dr. Kalam, how he starts and then how he starts to write about himself. Walking has been an essential part of my life. Okay, Dr. Abdul Kalam, what he is telling about himself, what he likes the most, that is walking. He always prefers walking, and it is an essential part. It has become an essential part of his life, means he can never give up what? Walking. So walking has been an essential part of my life wherever I go. It doesn't matter where he goes, and wherever he goes, I make it a point to walk 5 kilometers in the morning. And he likes to walk how? That is how many kilometers? That is 5 kilometers, and in the morning. So this is the habit of Dr. Abdul Kalam, that he always likes to walk 5 kilometers in the morning, and it doesn't matter where he is. So wherever he goes, he always make this walking. I am particularly attached to seeing the beauty of the sunrise. And just look at here that Dr. Abdul Kalam, he was a scientist. In spite of that, he was also a lover of nature. And what he tells about himself, that I am particularly attached to what? Attached to seeing the beauty of the sunrise, the light that precedes its arrival, and my ears are tuned to the songs that birds sing to welcome the dawning of a new day on this planet. So this is the inside beauty of Dr. Kalam, that he always liked to see, to enjoy the beautiful phenomena of nature. And what he says further, each time I experience these phenomena, the cool breeze, the singing of the birds, and the arrival of the sun, I am filled with awe, filled with joy at how nature brings together all the elements that go into making this moment possible, and feel thankful to God. And for that, he pays thanks to God. So he feels very grateful, he feels very thankful to his maker, to his master, or to his creator. So within these lines, we come to know the whole character, the whole temperament, the likes and dislikes, the habits of Dr. Abdul Kalam. So we can say that it is here we find a personal note, because we come to know here that Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam is not only a great scientist, but he is also a great lover of nature. And where does he like to go? He loves to go for a walk in the morning, and walking has been an essential part of his routine, of his daily life, and wherever he goes he makes it a point to walk 5 kilometers in the morning. So these lines expresses his love for nature. And of course he has a great love for nature, because we find here when he says that he particularly attached, he likes to enjoy the beauty of the sunrise. Okay, what he likes to enjoy even the beauty of the sunrise. And also that and the light of it, and the light of the sun that comes before its arrival. He also loves to listen to the songs that birds sing to welcome the dawn. Songs that birds sing to welcome the dawning of a new day on this planet. And the cool breeze of the morning is a permanent joy for Dr. Abdul Kalam. When he experiences this natural scenery, his heart is filled with joy at how nature brings together all these things together. Means he is overwhelmed at looking the beautiful aspects, beautiful phenomena of nature, and he then thanks God for his unlimited gift, for his unlimited pleasant blessings that has been given to human beings. So he always remains very grateful to God. He is a lover of nature, and he is also a great scientist. Then the next one is I I have been fortunate. I have been fortunate in that my work. So he says that he is very lucky, he is very fortunate, because his work is just like that, my work has taken me to very many beautiful places. It is because of his work that he goes everywhere, he goes here and there, and he goes even to the beautiful places that opened up my mind to the cosmic reality. So he likes this cosmic reality. One such was Chandipur in Orissa. Chandipur in Orissa, and there he goes. Chandipur, that is goddess Chandi O Durga. So he also tells here the meaning of this word, that is Chandipur. The name means the abode of the goddess Chandi O Durga. From Kolkata, the distance to Balasore is around 234 km, and Chandipur is 16 km from the town. The beach here is surely among the finest in India. At low tide, the water recedes 3 kilometers as the tides follow their rhythmic cycle. So I will mention only the important parts of this essay. And what he says further, that for great, okay, these lines are very beautiful lines of this essay. For great men, religion is a way of making friends. Small people make religion a fighting tool. So here what we find, that Dr. Kalam, he says that the nation is about politics. A country is always about politics and religion, and the title of this essay also suggests this. He says that great men always use religion. Great men, they always use religion. That is, but they take religion in its true spirit. Great men use religion, and they always take its true spirit. They use it as a means to develop brotherhood, friendship among people. Means the best people, the great person, that is for great man. Religion is a way of making friends. So great men use religion as a uniting force. They take it in its true spirit because they use it as a means to develop brotherhood, friendship among people. But on the other hand, small people, mean people, petty people, we can say that small people, they use religion as a tool to fighting, that is religion a fighting tool, and they just use it as a tool to fight with people of other faiths. So petty politicians use religion to spread hate and divide people to win only votes. Their purpose is only to get votes, and for that they make people to fight with one another. So this line is very beautiful lines given by Dr. Abdul Kalam, that what is the difference between great people and small people and how the religion is used by them. So the next one is lament my friend. Lament my friend. Actually this essay is very lengthy, and I am just trying to give you important parts of the whole essay so that you may have an idea of the summary, of the central idea of what are the views of Dr. Abdul Kalam. Lament, my friend, as the passing away of a generation of politicians with a voice. Okay, lament at what? Lament at the passing away of a particular generation of politicians with a voice. They had their own voice, they had their own vision and reach that went far beyond our borders. So we must lament for those kinds of politicians, and we should also lament at our state sponsored, abnormal and paranoid fixation. We should also lament at abnormal and paranoid fixation with a particular country that has blinded us to the rest of the world. And they had blinded us to the rest of the world. So we must lament for those kinds of politicians also, and for these kinds of state sponsored, abnormal and paranoid fixation, including the third world, which we used to had not so long ago, and weep softly at what we have reduced ourselves to in the committee of nation. So here we find a lot of patriotism, a lot of nationality in Dr. Abdul Kalam, and what he is saying, that is being said very frankly. For a large country with a billion people, for a large country, India, of course, it is a country with a billion people, a country with a thriving industry and a large pool of scientific talent. No doubt that India is full of talented youngster, talented people, and they all, that is most of the person here like to be what? Like to have this kind of talent, scientific talent, and they have a lot of technical knowledge, and they have all the ability to be a scientist. So there is no lack of talent in India. India is such a country that is a nuclear power. India does not count for as much as it should. In terms of our influence in world affairs, probably no other country is so far below its potential as we are. So now here we find that Dr. Kalam, okay, in this paragraph, this is very, we can say that it is a thoughtful paragraph, and we should also think of this whatever is being said by Dr. Kalam. Dr. Kalam laments the passing away of a generation of politicians with a vision and reach that went far beyond our borders. He also regrets our abnormal fixation with a particular country that has blinded us to the rest of the world. As a result, we can say that we have lost our importance, we have lost our regard, our significance in the world, okay, to the rest of the world. Dr. Kalam says that India is a large country. large country with a billion people. It has a population of billion people, and it is no doubt it has a well developed industrial base also. It has a large pool of scientific talent, and India is one of the few nuclear powers in the world. Yet India is not regarded important. It is not regarded important means that in world affairs we don't have as much importance as we should have. So as a result, our influence in world affairs is much below our potential. So Dr. Abdul Kalam feels that we should show to the world what we can do. Or we should show the whole world our greatness, our importance, what potentiality we have as we are. So this paragraph, these lines, the thoughts of Dr. Abdul Kalam makes us to think over it, or to just look at our greatness, what we can do for our country. And the next important lines are that it is essential to remember, we should not forget, it is essential to remember that two of our neighboring countries are armed with nuclear weapons. So here he tells the importance of nuclear weapons for India, that it is essential to remember that two of our neighboring countries are armed with nuclear weapons and missiles. Can India be a silent spectator? So what a question is being asked here, that if our two neighboring countries have nuclear weapons and missiles, then how can India be only a silent spectator? And what he says further, India has been invaded in the last 3000 years by a succession of conquerors, including the British, French, Dutch and Portuguese, either to enlarge their territory or to spread a religion or to steal the wealth of our country. Why did it happen that India has been invaded by so many conquerors? Either to enlarge their territory or to spread their religion, or only to steal the wealth of our country. Why is it? And now the question is being asked by Dr. Kalam, that why did it happen? Why is it India never invaded other countries? Only that is, that what is the reason that we were attacked, we were invaded, but it was not India who invaded other countries. Is it because our kings were not brave enough? And the answer is that no, our kings were brave enough. Then what was the reason? And the truth is being told by Dr. Kalam, that is really a very satire, very again that he gives us a few points to be thought, that what was the reason, that were we coward or our kings were not brave enough? But we know very well that our kings, they were very brave. The truth is Indians were tolerant. So Dr. Abdul Kalam, he himself is giving the answer, telling that our kings, they were enough brave, but the problem was with them, or the problem is with all Indians, that we are tolerant. And we never understood the true implications of being ruled by others for generations. We never felt what is liberty, what is freedom, or what is slavery, and that is why that we always preferred to be ruled by others for generations. But after the long independence struggle, when we got our freedom, it only happened after getting freedom, after long independence struggle, that we came to know the value, the significance of freedom, and the country got united and has physical boundaries. Is it possible to remain with economic prosperity as the only goal? No, not at all. Because if a country is only powerful only with its economic prosperity, that is not sufficient, because as he has told us that they came and they stole our wealth. Because your wealth, it doesn't matter how much prosperous you are, how much wealthy, how much rich you are, because you, if you are not bold, if you are not powerful, your that wealth can be stolen by any other person. You can be attacked, you can be invaded, and your each and everything can be snatched, can be stolen, or can be taken forcefully if you are weak. So now here the most important thing is being told by Dr. Abdul Kalam, that is it possible to remain with economic prosperity? Is it sufficient for a country? Okay, economic prosperity is sufficient for a country, and the answer is that no, not at all. So economic, to get only economic prosperity is not enough, is not sufficient, is not important if you are weak, if you don't have a power, if you can't protect your wealth, if you can't protect your economic prosperity. So that is the only goal of a country. The only way to show the strength of the country is the might to defend it. If you don't have the power to defend your country, that means that it doesn't matter how much rich you are, how much prosperous or developed you are, if you can't defend yourself, if you don't have a power. So what he says further, strength respects strength. If you have a desire to be respected by others, then you must be strong, you must be powerful, you must have strength, because strength respects strength and not weakness. Strength means not only economic prosperity, but both. Strength means, when Dr. Abdul Kalam says that strength respects strength, he means military might and economic prosperity both are important for a country. Military power and economic power, military might and economic prosperity, so both are important for a country. So here within these lines, most important lines of this essay, and here we find Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam, what he wanted to say, what kind of message he wanted to give to his Indians. He says that countries like UK, China, France, USA and Russia, they have large number of nuclear weapons. And even two of our neighboring countries are also armed with nuclear weapons. But India cannot be a silent spectator, because India is not weak. India is also very powerful. Then how can it be possible for India only to be a silent spectator? So that is, he tells in this paragraph that in the past India has been attacked. Okay, India has been attacked by a large number of rulers. India never attacked any country. It was not India who attacked any country, but it were another, or it were other countries who always attacked, who always invaded on India. It doesn't mean that India was weak. It only means that Indians were tolerant. Okay, Indians were tolerant. For a long time, Indians did not understand the consequences of this slavery, the consequences or the result of being ruled over by others. For a long time, they couldn't understand this. But now, after long struggle, we have got our freedom. India has got united and has got physical boundaries. Then we came to know what we must have. The only way to show our strength to the world is that we should have the military power, military might to defend what? To defend our economic prosperity. Strength respects strength and not weakness. So by strength, Dr. Abdul Kalam means military strength and economic prosperity. And after nuclear test by India, other countries, they have recognized our importance. It is also true. It was only nuclear test by India that when the other countries, they started to know what India is or what Indians are. So this was the reason that all the points are being given by Dr. Abdul Kalam. In this essay, he is telling here that why it was compulsory, it was necessary to make nuclear weapon for India. Not to attack on others, but to be only defended, only to protect itself, only to show the power to other countries that we are not weak. And just look further, the decisions and policies of the United Nations Security Council are dictated by the countries who possess nuclear weapons. The power is now only of those countries who have what? This kind of weapon, nuclear weapon. Their decisions are being followed. Their just dictatorship, they are having this kind of right or this kind of their power over the other countries, but not India. So now the question is again put up that how is it? How is it we did not get a seat? How it happened that in spite of that we didn't get a seat in the Security Council so far, but now other nations are recommending that India be made a member. But now it became possible. How did it happen? How did it happen that now when India couldn't get even a single seat, but now other nations, they are recommending because they have known the power of India, that India is not weak as it has now nuclear weapon. So India, it should be made a member of it. So now all these points are given by Dr. Abdul Kalam, and what now he says to his countrymen: I call to my people to rise to greatness. It is a call to all Indians to rise to their highest capabilities. Okay, highest capabilities. What are the forces which lead to the rise or fall of nations? And what are the factors which go to make a nation is strong? We must focus our attention on these points, that what are the factors which go to make a nation strong and what are the factors that lead to the rise or fall of nations. Three factors are invariably found in a strong nation. And what is that? A collective pride in its achievements, unity, and the ability for combined action. These are the three factors: collective pride in its achievements, unity, and the ability for combined action. Giving the example of A.R. Rahman, Dr. Abdul Kalam, he also advises that we must try to rise up higher and higher from this kind of mentality of religion. A.R. Rahman may be a Muslim, but his voice echoes in the soul of all Indians of whatever faith when he sings Vande Mataram. The greatest danger to our sense of unity and our sense of purpose comes from those ideologies who seek to divide the people, and he is completely against of those people who like to divide people on the name of religion. The Indian Constitution bestows on all the citizens total equality. It doesn't matter to which religion they belong to. On all the citizens total equality under its protective umbrella. All the citizens are equal for Indian Constitution. The developed India will not be a nation of cities. It will be a network of prosperous villages empowered by telemedicine, tele-education and e-commerce. The new India will emerge out of the combination of biotechnology, biosciences and agriculture sciences and industrial development. The political leaders would be working with the zeal born of the knowledge that the nation is bigger than individual interests and political parties. So, this was the vision of Dr. Abdul Kalam, what he describes in the end of this essay, that how he desires, how he dreams his country to be, his politicians to be. So, nation is bigger than individual interest and political parties. This attitude will lead to minimizing the rural-urban divide. Rural-urban divide as progress takes place in the countryside and urbanities move to rural areas to absorb the best of what nature can give in the form of products and wealth. Okay, so we shall never have this kind of difference between rural and urban life, but progress takes place in the countryside and urbanities move to rural areas, urban people. Now what happens that villagers, they are moving to metro city, but Dr. Abdul Kalam says that one day will come when the urban people, when the metro people, they will move to rural areas for what? To absorb the best of what nature can give in the form of products and wealth. So, all these were important points of this essay, so that you may have some idea that what kind of this essay is. And let us just tell you the important questions, long questions. Give a critical summary of the essay Patriotism Beyond Politics and Religion. Critical summary of the essay Patriotism Beyond Politics and Religion. The second one, prose style of Kalam. Write a note on Kalam's prose style. What is Dr. Kalam's vision of a strong India? What is Dr. Kalam's vision of a strong India? So, this was Kalam's essay Patriotism Beyond Politics and Religion.